welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal,
I'm Andio.
and we are KAMMA. We are about to talk about our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the prelims. This is UFC Vegas 98, Brandon Royval versus Tatsuro Taira, and we're going to get right into it with the first fight, which is going to be Clayton Carpenter versus Lucas Roca. All right, Andio, after seeing the face-offs and everything, who you got in this one?
Yeah, after seeing Roka's jumping around and all excited and his nice glasses and everything, how can I still not go for Roka? I and look at that, man. They're almost the same height. And
No, they're not. You can see that Clayton Carpenter's taller, man.
anyway, the height won't make a difference because you have to be at least 5'9" to beat Roka. And yeah, the pick's still Roka. And I see Carpenter winning this if he wins just because he's a better grappler. But I see Roca doing some more damage on the feet, being quicker and winning a decision.
All right. Well, I'm still with Clayton Carpenter. My pick hasn't changed here. As you can see here, both of these guys are in great shape. Clayton Carpenter, I find he's a little bit more ripped, and I love the height advantage that he has here. And of course, like I was talking about in the early predictions, Clayton Carpenter, man, the guy is amazing at grappling, amazing at wrestling, and Lucas Roca is not going to be able to keep up with the pace that Clayton's going to be giving him with the grappling. Like I said, man, he's going to take him down. He's very, very good. I saw some fights with Clayton Carpenter. His striking was actually not really that bad. I thought that his striking was no good, but it was actually not that bad. He actually when I saw him fight Rodney Kialohi in the LFA, he actually got a knockout in that fight, and he was looking very, very good with his striking. But most of his wins come by submission. And like I said, he's fought in the UFC before. Fought against Juan Camilo Ronderos and got that submission. 28 years old. I think he's more in his prime, whereas Lucas is still very young, very green. Never fought in the UFC. He's going to have those jitters, as you saw in the face-offs. He was all excited, all hyper.
He still has 3 times more of the experience than him.
Right, but I'm just saying that he fought in the UFC. He actually fought under the bright lights against some tough competition. Lucas Rocha fought against a lot of easy competition. Now, what I'm looking at here that I like is the 3-inch height advantage for Carpenter and the 2-inch reach advantage. I think it's going to make a difference actually with Roca having a harder time landing strikes. I think Carpenter is going to be better at landing strikes and also be better, of course, on the ground. So Clayton Carpenter's the pick. I think he actually gets him down, and Lucas Roca tries to get back up. I think Carpenter gets the back of him, gets on his back, and gets a rear naked choke. I think he wins by submission, or he could win by decision based on control time on the ground. So my pick is Clayton Carpenter by submission or decision in this one, man. All right, so we're in disagreement still. Let's move on up to the next fight. We've got Dan Argueta versus Cody Haddon. In this one, my pick is staying the same. I like Cody Haddon in this one, man. He's looking really good here. He's lean. He's ripped. I like that he's taller than Dan Argueta. I thought Dan Argueta was going to be much bigger. He actually lost some weight since the last time I've seen this guy. He used to be a lot bigger, I find, and he's lost some weight now. Not as muscular and huge as he used to be. Like I said, I like the height advantage of Cody Haddon. We've seen, Dan Argueta is very good at grappling and stuff like that, but I think Cody Haddon is going to be able to land some punches, and he's very powerful with his punches too. So I think Cody Haddon gets the win here, man. I'm taking him to win by knockout or submission. I think he gets a finish in this one. So pick is still Cody Haddon. Who you got?
Yeah, I pick still Haddon. I think he's a good striker, better than Argueta. I think he has a little more power than Argueta also. I'm not really high on Argueta here. He spams a lot of takedowns, and I think that Haddon can probably keep him off him. And Yeah, and Haddon, I think he's also not bad on the ground. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a sub victory here. So I'm calling for a sub or decision for Haddon.
I think he gets a finish for sure. And also, in topology, they were saying that these guys are the same height at 5'7" each. Clearly, Cody Haddon is taller here, which I really like. I'm really happy to
This
see.
is more of a height difference than the other fight.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a slight height advantage for Cody here, but I thought they were supposed to be the same height. So really happy to see that Cody Haddon is taller, and yeah, man, I like the way he looks. I think he gets the victory here by submission or KO, and yeah, nice. We're in agreement again, still with the second fight of the prelims. Let's move on up to the next fight here. We have the ladies. Um, Moving up here with Julia Pilastri versus Corey McKenna. Who you got here, Andio?
Uh, this is a tough one. I was actually expecting McKenna not to be in that good a shape, and actually she looks a tiny bit taller, which I wasn't expecting for some reason either. Uh, Still, I'm gonna have to go with Pilastri. I think she's just better overall. I think McKenna, she makes too many mistakes in there, and I think Palaci's just going to capitalize on that and win a boring decision fight.
Yeah, I'm still with Julia Pilastri here, the Brazilian. I think that she's just better all around. I think that she's also going to be having the advantage on the ground too, with her submissions. And you can see she's more muscular. She's more ripped. I find she's in better shape than Corey McKenna. Corey McKenna's always been a little bit chunky,
Yeah, she's in better shape than she's ever been, though, I find this
but
time.
yeah, Corey McKenna is in better shape than she's ever been. She used to be a little bit more chunkier. She looks like she has cut some weight there. She's not as not as chunky as before.
It makes me a little less confident in Palastri, to be honest.
No, but Pilastri just looks stronger and more
Oh,
muscular and more
well,
ripped. I think she's
one,
stronger.
one thing we didn't mention before as well is Palastri is coming in on short notice on this one.
We did mention that in the early predictions that
Did
she's
we?
in on short notice, but the thing is,
Oh,
though, she just recently fought, so I don't think it's going to
that's
be that big of a deal. Uh,
that's right.
because of the fact that she just fought, she got a loss against Josephine Knudsen just 3 months ago. Josephine Knudsen is very, very good. Josephine Knudsen is also 7-0, so she's a really good fighter. Corey McKenna's 8-3, just also coming off a loss against Jacqueline Amarim by submission. She also lost to Elise Reed, and that's not a good look. So I like Julia Pilastri, man. She's been looking really, really good, and I like the fact that she has a little bit of advantage on the ground. I think her submissions might come into play here in this one. So I've got Julia Pilastri winning this one by decision. I think her ground game is going to be solid. There's a possibility of a submission too, but I think her ground game is going to be solid. And I think on the feet she's going to strike harder and land more harder punches than McKenna. McKenna's very bizarre in the cage. She fights kind of weird. She has wrestling and stuff. She's a good wrestler, but she doesn't use it at the right times. Sometimes doesn't use it at all. I think Pilastri is going to fend off some of her takedowns here. So yeah, Julia Pilastri is the pick here to win by decision. We are still in agreement in this one. Nice. Let's go move on up again to the next fight here. Oh boy, we got the one 800 gambler fight right here, which is Junior Tafa versus the new addition of Sean Sharaf. So if you guys didn't know, folks, the fight was supposed to be Chris Barnett versus Junior Tafa, but what happened was Barnett withdrew. I don't know why he withdrew, but it seems like fights can't happen anymore with these guys. Who you got here, Andy O?
That's going to be Barnett's fourth canceled fight in a row.
Yeah, like fights aren't happening with Barnett for some reason, man.
Yeah, so here, my pick before was Barnett because, one of my sayings is you can't trust the Tafa. And now we got Sharif coming in here. Sharaf, and my pick is going to be Sharaf here, but I think it's an even better pick than Barnett. I think Sharaf has a better chance than Barnett did, even though I was picking Barnett in the first place. I like Sharaf's intensity. I know we haven't seen a lot of him, but he looks in decent shape. He looks ready to fight. This is a big opportunity for him, and the way Tafa came down, all real lackadaisical, thinking this guy's probably going to be a pushover or overconfident. I don't know what it is with these Tafas, but it was a good sight to see for me and my pick being Sharaf at over three times your money. So I predict Sharaf to be really intense there. Like hopefully not get caught with something coming in. But if he's smart, just try to take him down too. Just get that blubber like into his face and clumsily try to take him down. If it doesn't work, start wailing away again. Because this Tava doesn't know what to do when he's down there. So yeah, my pick is the dog. Give me Sean Sharaf by
All right,
knockout.
so
By knockout. Yeah, by knockout. Knockout.
okay, yeah, both of these guys are very, very big guys. This guy Sean Sharaf, though, man, this guy looks like a fat fucking blubber of a guy.
He's strong though, man. He got power, man.
I'm sure that he does have power. He's a big motherfucker, and so is Junior Tafa. They both have power, man. Again, this is a fight that I'm staying away with regards to betting, especially now that this guy just joined in here. We don't know much about this guy. We do know that his wins have all come by knockout. He's only got 4 wins. This Sean Sharaf here, and his wins have come in the lower level events, lights out. These other places called UNF. Like just very low level fight clubs. He's knocked out a bunch of guys that are very low level. So I'm sure that somebody's going to get a knockout here. This fight's definitely not going the distance with these two huge guys. I'm going to go with Junior Tafa, though. I think he's going to get a knockout. He's been losing lately, man. Walter Walker subbed him in his last fight. He also lost the fight before that to, I forgot who it was now.
A bum.
Marcos Rogerio de Lima. He got knocked out by him the fight before that. So he's fighting for his life here, man. Like, he's lost 3 of his last. We lost to Mohammed Usman too. So he's got to get the win here. I think Junior Tafa is going to be more hungrier to get the win here.
No way.
And I think he's going to land a hard punch to Sharaf here and get the knockout victory. So I like that he's a little bit taller and just a little bit more experienced than this guy. So fought some good fighters too.
I definitely agree that Tava's probably going to be hungry. And even after this fight, he's going to be hungry.
I knew you were going to go with that. I knew you were going to go with that.
Even after a loss. Look, when they give him another chance, this Tafa, because the UFC loves all these Tafas, maybe they'll keep this Tafa around for him to be around for the third Tafa to come in. And by then, his record's going to be 5-4. And we're gonna have to pull out we're gonna have to make another 1-900 gambler for those of you who want to pick Tafa again. Me, I'm staying away from the Tafas. Don't trust any Tafas. And yeah, man, give me the huge dog.
I don't even think that Tafa will be around if he loses this fight. Honestly, like that'll be like 3-fight losing skid, and also losing 4 out of his last 5 if he gets this loss. So I think he's going to come in there and want to be smart and land something and try to get the knockout here. So yeah, give me Junior Tafa by knockout. Not confident in it. Staying away from this 1-800 gambler fight completely. All right, let's move on up to the next fight here. All right, we got Themba Gorimbo versus Nico Price. Nico Price, man, with his stupid smile on his face there, not taking the fight seriously, man.
I knew you were going to bring that up, but you know how this guy is. He's like...
always a joker, you know what I mean? Like, Themba Gorimbo is serious. Look at him. He's very serious. Both of these guys are in good shape. I like Themba Gorimbo's shape a little bit more. He's more ripped. He's more muscular. He's a bit more lean. Nico Price too is he's pretty in good shape too. Not as muscular though, but still in good shape and pretty ripped as well. But I like the height advantage too for Gorimbo here. I like the fact that Gorimbo's got really good takedowns, really good wrestling. He's got submissions, good grappling, good striking as well. Nico Price, man, this guy has just been losing all kinds. No faith in his chin either. Can easily get knocked out. We've seen Nico Price get knocked out by Robbie Lawler. We've seen him get knocked out by Philip Rowe. We've seen him lose a decision to Michel Pereira. So, he's on a 3-fight losing skid out of his last 5. I got to go with Themba Garimbo for sure, man, winning this one. I got Garimbo winning this one by sub or decision. What about you?
Temba looks like he woke up on the wrong side of the bed here, eh?
Oh, he looks serious,
Yeah.
man. He's
You
focused.
think you think you'd wake up a little happier getting up out of the bed that The Rock probably bought you. Eh,
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, for me it's more about Nico Price being washed and just damaged up. Yeah, he doesn't take the shots very well anymore. He looks like in good shape and he comes to fight and he's tough, but that toughness I don't think can save him anymore. I think Grimbo is going to be a lot faster. He's well rounded and he has some decent power too. I don't think he's going to catch Nico Price by surprise. I think it's going to be a little tough at the beginning, but I think Garimbo is going to start running away with it. So give me Garimbo by knockout or decision.
All right, so we're in agreement in that one as well. All right, let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Jonathan Pierce versus Pat Sabatini.
Yeah, now I was surprised to see the height difference here, and
Yeah.
and I think this is even better. Yeah, Sabatini. I think Pierce is actually stronger than Sabatini, although Sabatini looks like in great shape. But he has no knockout power or anything. I think Pierce is tougher. He's more well-rounded, and I don't like Sabatini's chances in this one. So give me Pierce by decision or knockout.
Yeah, Jonathan Pierce, man, I'm sticking with him as well. We're in agreement. Pierce lost his last 2 fights, but to real good competition.
Yeah,
David Onama by unanimous decision and lost to Joe Anderson Brito. Like these are serious, really high level competition compared to Pat Sabatini. I think he comes in here and takes care of Pat Sabatini. He was able to beat Darren Elkins, the zombie, who never gets put away. Elkins, how strong and durable he is. Makwan Amirkhani, Jonathan Pierce knocked him out and beat Christian Rodriguez, was also very, very good, man. So, Pat Sabatini has a submission chance. The guy's a submission specialist, very good on the ground. But I like the height advantage for Jonathan Pierce. I know Pierce also has subs. He's also able to get finishes. He's going to be way better on the feet than Sabatini. Sabatini, he punches like feathers, man. He really doesn't hurt anybody when he strikes. His path to victory is on the ground, but Jonathan Pierce has the skills, man. He's got a black belt, BJJ. He's able to fucking fend off takedowns. I think he stuffs a few takedowns, lands more punches, more strikes on Pat Sabatini. I got Jonathan Pierce winning by KO or decision. I think he's able to catch the chin of Sabatini. He's been knocked out. We've seen it, man. He's been knocked out by Diego Lopez in that last fight. And he's also been knocked out by Damon Jackson, who's also not really known for having big power and knockouts. So I think that Jonathan Pierce can catch him. I like his size advantage here. He's much bigger. He's also ripped and lean. So is Pat Sabatini. Both of these guys are in great shape, but Jonathan Pierce is the pick, man. So we're in agreement here again. Looking good. Let's get on to the main event of the prelims. CJ Vergara versus how do you say his name? Ramazan Bek Tamirov, I think it is, but
I just say R.
yeah, Ramazan Tamirov. You know what, man? I got to stick with Ramazan Tamirov here. Look how good he looks here in the weigh-ins and the face-offs, man. This guy is ripped. This guy is super, super ripped, muscular, more ripped than Vergara. I thought that Vergara was going to be taller. They're about the same height. He's got that funny smile on his face, but I think he's laughing in his head saying, I'm going to kill this guy. And I think he takes out Vergara, knocks him out, and gets the win here. I think he wins by knockout actually in this one. I'm going to pick a knockout victory here for Tamirov. What about you here, Andio?
Yeah, so my worry here with Timarov was him gassing out. But I've been looking into it and he's gone the distance several times. So unless he really gasses out from chasing Vergara around the cage, I don't really see him even losing a decision in this case.
Don't forget it's a small cage too.
And don't forget it's a small cage. So Vergara has less room to run around. So that's a no-go. I don't think Vergara's that good. I think Tamarov should be able to get the knockout here. Maybe decision though, because Vergara, I don't think he's ever been knocked out. My only worry again is the drugs that maybe Tamarov is not on anymore because the different testing, or he's on different drugs, or either.
All I know is he's ripped as fuck, man.
Yeah, so I hope he's on the same. I hope he's on the same shit and it has no effect. And so give me Tamarov by knockout or decision.
This guy's shredded, man. He looks like he has power too. So
He does have power.
yeah, exactly. I think he's gonna give CJ Vergara his first knockout.
Hey, there's no one's invincible to that knockout, and I think it's time for Vergara.
There you have it, folks. Our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the prelims. Stay tuned for the main card, final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs coming up next. Peace out. Like and subscribe. KAMMA.